Hey y'all, it's me, Dr. Lynn Daniel, PhD, EDS. I am the self-care evangelist. Here on social media, I encourage individuals to prioritize their personal and professional self-care. I do that through the Word of God and social science, and that's how I present it to you. We are in the course of the 90 Days of Grace Self-Care Challenge, and someone had asked about my tuition for the course. Hopefully you all can see me. It's the sun. Someone was asking, had inquired about the tuition for the course. And I must say that the course is not for everyone, you all. It's really designed for people who are ready to look at educational, through the lens of educational frameworks and social science, at ourselves, self-examination. And one of the ways we do that is we do some self-assessments. These are valid and reliable self-assessments that are used, that I did not design. These were designed and have been used and are currently used throughout education, throughout the health field. And so, yeah, I am approaching this course as an opportunity for us to get well. I'm including myself in there because it doesn't matter how many rounds of the course you take, you're going to see something new each time. At least I can speak for myself. Each time, something new seems to come to the forefront, a new awareness about myself. And the same for individuals, participants in the course. So to address the answer, the question about the tuition for the course. The tuition for the course is to show you that the investment is worth your time, but you must come in with a mindset of readiness to engage and invest some effort, some mental effort, structured time, approaching this with mindfulness, with intention, approaching this with priority. So you prioritize this, right? And so you're not going to prioritize a $50 course. You're going to wing it. But when you make a big investment in something, you cherish it. You care about it. You are more intentional about it. And so that's how I am approaching. Plus, I'm bringing 40 plus years of expertise in the field of education, educational design, language literacy instruction, adolescent and young adult learning. Okay, so pedagogy and andragogy. So, yeah, you all. All right, so you all, can I share with you a little something, like a little story? What made me design this course in the first place? So I started investigating the wellness. No, you're fine. I started investigating the wellness, the educational frameworks for the wellness around the time of COVID, around 2020. And so I just wanted to, take a deep dive into, like, myself, look at how I was responding, because I saw how it was wreaking havoc on me. finishing up my PhD, finishing up my doctorate, finishing up teaching online remotely for the first time ever, heavily leaning into technology and design, planning, design, course design, and using technology at a level that I've not done previously, right? All of those things. The world shutting down pretty much, and the fears surrounding that, and trying to maintain a level of peace about it. Yeah, it was more than a notion. And so I just used that time to reflect, to really examine, because near the end of 2020, around December, November, December, I was churned. I was like angry. I was at the end of being spent emotionally. I had passed my defense. I needed to make revisions on my doctorate dissertation. I uh, was trying to teach. It was just a lot, and I was a mess emotionally. You know, I was teaching at home, and what I noticed is the scrutiny of teaching at home when colleagues were on the campus. It, there was a level of scrutiny that seemed to be invasive and just sort of, and this is what I was hearing from colleagues in the groups, in various groups, cohorts and uh, teacher groups, professional communities of practice. They were struggling. We all were struggling with our, like, not understanding clearly the roles, the parameters of our roles of teaching online, and the emotional component of the disease that was impacting families, and then the students being withdrawn and not engaged, and no cameras on, and the quality of the work. If they did do the work, many of them just were not doing the work. And so 2020 was hard, man. It was hard. Shoot, it was very, very hard. And that's when I was looking at myself. I just started journaling more and jotting things down and becoming more self aware and looking at the choices I was making, looking at my health, looking at my mental health, emotional wellness, my physical health, nutritional health, physical, all of it. Yeah. And around that time, I became, in 2021, around in the spring of 2021, I became involved with the Arizona Adverse Childhood Experiences Consortium. I started attending. They were having virtual, and we still meet virtually. Attending the virtual meetings, learning more about adverse childhood experiences, what they are, just really diving deeply into it. We also had guests who would present on trauma-informed instruction, trauma-informed pedagogy, trauma-informed systems in schools and in organizations. And so all of these components of my experience are the things that I am bringing to the course. The course is the 90 days of grace is rich, deep, impacting, um, meaningful constructs designed to help us dive, examine, peel apart, become more self-aware. You know, our self-awareness is very limited by the scope of who we are engaged with, our relationships with people in all our circles, and people's willingness to give us meaningful, valid, reliable, helpful feedback about the quality of our work, you know, how the quality of our communication levels, all of that, you know, because sometimes we may think we are doing a good job because we're very busy and we're doing a lot of things and we are consistent and we are well loved or we are popular or a lot of different factors, right? Those factors may lead us to have a perception about ourselves that is limited. And so it's important, I think it's important for us to examine and to be real. And we can't really be real with limited information because we don't know what to be real about. We need community to help us to pinpoint other aspects of ourselves, just like we cannot see our back, right? We cannot see our back unless we are facing a mirror or we have mirrors to help us see our back. And that's how communities help us to see ourselves in ways that we couldn't see ourselves with just our own lens and purview. So the community that I am building helps us to examine ourselves through engagement with the community, building trust, and being able to listen and hear other people's stories or what other people will share, being able to look through the lens of the various assessments and exercises so then that we can start seeing various facets of our life and of who we are and of what makes us uniquely us. So, yeah, this speaks to the tuition for my course. The course is well designed, expertly designed. It's meaningful. I think it's a phenomenal course, if I should say so myself. And I think from the feedback that I've received is been very valuable and helpful to many. Okay, so the spring course is coming up in March. And so if you are not currently in the course, or if you are currently in the course and you want to continue into the spring course, just know it's going to start in March. That's what's on the calendar for right now. And start making conscientious efforts to save money for your tuition. I may do scholarships again. This course is going to increase. So, and I know that the course is going to increase in its cost. So yeah, just get your mind settled around if you are going to be a part of it or if you're not. And then another thing, I am going to be offering some master classes. Now, the master classes will be 2-hour master classes on a particular topic to give you like a taste of what the course could be like. Okay, so it will either touch on a topic in the course or something that is parallel to a topic in the course, because I don't want to, the course is designed for participants, students in the course. I don't want to nitpick and pull out the course and feed it to people who are not in it. So the master classes will be topics that run parallel to the topics in the course. The master classes will not be topics specifically expressed and taught and discussed in the course. So just know that. But it will give you an idea, a taste of what you can expect in the course. So 2-hour master classes, $75 for the master classes is, what I'm thinking right now. All right. All right, you all. Thank you so much for your time. Be blessed. Before I let you go, I am going to ask you to, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and consider joining one of my memberships. All righty, be blessed.